Hey, what up, guys? Coming to you this morning with the weekend recap. We talk about the fights that took place on February 29th on DAZN. There was only one card. We had a triple header, so I'm going to discuss 3 fights and what I thought of them. Start with the undercard action, which we go to the heavyweight division where Joseph Parker, my number 8 heavyweight in the world right now, former WBO champion, he stayed busy against Shondell Williams, dominated Williams to an easy TKO victory. I believe it was the 5th or 6th round. Picked him apart, dominated him, and now pushes forward towards, hopefully something bigger. Right now, all the heavyweights are kind of falling in place on what they want to do next, but, and Parker looks like he's being left out of the picture, except Michael Hunter, a contender, former cruiserweight and world title challenger at cruiserweight, fought to a draw with Alexander Povetkin. Michael Hunter said he's ready to fight Joseph Parker whenever he wants. So that's big right there for Parker because he needs a dance partner. All the guys that he wants are all taken. It looks like, the first half of the year is pretty much sewn up for most of the top heavyweights in the top 10. A lot of them are fighting each other, and Parker's looking like the guy left out. But Michael Hunter's a good top 10 fighter. He proved that against Alexander Povetkin, and that would be a good way to keep the needle moving in the right direction for him. So hopefully he jumps on that fight ahead of a possible title fight later this year or early next year. So that's Joseph Parker. Next, the co-feature saw Romulan Chocolatito Gonzalez score a upset. So I think it was an 8th round knockout win over Khalid Yafai, who was undefeated coming in. Chocolatito, I picked him to win this fight. I thought his experience would win this fight. He's had a good amount of rest the last couple years. He hasn't kept himself too busy since his knockout loss a couple years back. And I picked him to win, and I thought he could come in and become a world champion again, and he did that. It was a good action fight, but Yafai decided to stand in front of Chocolatito, whose timing is still very good. He looks refreshed. He grinded, he landed some good solid shots, and just broke down Yafai and scored an impressive knockout win to capture the 115-pound championship. That's the regular super flyweight title of the WBA. So nice win for Chocolatito. That'll keep him moving in the right direction towards, more big fights because he's got a big name. But the main event, that's the one to focus on. That's all Mikey Garcia, former champions, Mikey Garcia against former champion Jesse Vargas. This is a big fight. I picked Mikey to win this fight by a close decision and ended up being close on a couple scorecards, although most people felt that it was a little bit wider than that. But Mikey fought his ass off, and he fought really good. It looked early like he was going to lose this fight, or he was getting beat to the punch, and he was just figuring out Vargas's timing and stuff and working himself in. He was landing good shots, but Vargas was out working him first 2-3 rounds, and then he really turned it on. He knocked Vargas down hard, almost knocked him out in the 6th round, kept pressing him in the second half of the fight. He just took over, broke down Vargas. The championship rounds, though, Vargas fought his ass off and really made it close, and it was a good fight at the end right there. So Vargas finished the fight. Mikey walked away, though, with a 12-round unanimous decision, getting his first win in the 147-pound welterweight division and pushing forward towards something big. We'll discuss what his options are when we talk about the what's next for Mikey, but this is a big win for his career right here, especially at 147. He really can shake off some doubters for the time being and prove that, maybe the jump up in weight straight to Errol Spence was a huge mistake, and he can compete at 147. We just have to wait and see. But that was a nice win. And then Joseph Parker, Jesse Vargas, tough loss right there. I think his career should resume at 154 where he was trying to go already. He came down in weight from his last fight to fight Mikey at 147. I think 154 is better suited for him, and that's what he should do next, is pursue the rest of his career. Tough loss, but the guy can still fight. He's still solid, and he should try a new weight class. So that's it, guys. That was the DAZN card from February 29th, and that is the February 29th weekend recap. I hope you enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.